100 subscribers. Honestly, I'm so excited, and I can't believe I've made it to 100 people. And I can't believe that I'm posting again. Hooray! And excited to tell you guys about a few things. One, obviously, my hair is different, yes. So to celebrate 100 subscribers, I want to tell you guys about two things. First off, we are going to start a new series on this channel that hopefully can go up once a week. I'm hoping, and it's going to be called the Read to Me series. And I don't know, I just had this thought that there are a lot of people out there who need something to put on in the background, or who kind of wish they still had a parent to read to them, or maybe their adult in their lives isn't terribly supportive and they need to feel some love and some support. So basically, I'm going to play mom for you guys and read you a story. The first book we're going to read is Jane Austen's Persuasion. We do have to read books that are in the public domain, so there were a couple of ideas I had that just won't work. But if you do have ideas for books that I should read on this series that you would like to hear read, that maybe you need to read for school and would like to have YouTube video versions of that you could listen to, and I'm open to suggestions. The first part of Persuasion should be up this week. They will be longer videos because the whole point is that you can let it run in the background for a while, and hopefully you'll enjoy those. The second thing I want to tell you guys about is just that since we reached the 100 subscriber mark, I want to kind of have a little celebration, and the way I'm going to celebrate is by sharing my pets with you. Everybody loves a good animal. They're so cheerful. So I am going to introduce you to our dogs and cat and mouse and snake. I'm going to do them one at a time, and I will put the time codes in the description for the mouse and the snake specifically, because I know some people are phobic or squeamish about those, and I don't want you to have to worry about being exposed to that. Let's get started. So the first pet I'm going to introduce you to is Storm, who is being extremely well behaved and refusing to jump up like I want him to, because he knows he's not supposed to jump. I interrupted his nap, so he just wants love and affection right now. He doesn't want to be playful. Storm is 10 months old. He is a mutt. He is a Great Dane, Great White Pyrenee. Those two together make up about half his genetics, and then the other half is Australian cattle dog, Australian shepherd, and there's a couple of other smaller terrier types in there. So he's kind of halfway in between the medium size and the extra huge Great White Pyrenee. His hair is typically a lot longer. If you could see his tail, it's a flag. Yeah. We shave it in the summer, or we have started shaving it in the summer, because he's double coated, which means in the cold months, he will be very happy to just go out and lay in the snow with his whole coat on. And it is extremely hot here right now, so that is not very good, is it? Oh, sleepy, so sleepy. The fun animal fact with Storm is that a lot of white dogs that are white like he is are actually deaf. And he, believe it or not, when we brought him home from the shelter as a puppy, they believed he was deaf, and we had a vet check him, and we went to a trainer, and they all agreed that he was deaf. So we taught him sign language, which ironically, a couple months later, he started hearing. Still nobody knows what that was about. The white coat is related to a lack of melanin in the ears, and for some reason that can cause deafness. I'm not really clear on all of the things with that, but yeah, a lot of the time with these white dogs, they won't be able to hear. But the good news is you can teach them sign language, and it's actually not that hard. But if you do adopt a deaf dog, strongly recommend getting a professional trainer who has experience to help you kind of make that first connection, because it is a little bit harder for them to understand what you're trying to do since they can't hear you. All right, he has excused himself, so we'll move on to the next pet. Our next pet is Luna, and she is a very shy girl, and there's Storm being mad that he's not included anymore. So we'll see how long Luna hangs out with us. This is Luna. We've had her for 2 weeks, 2.5 weeks. We adopted her from an owner who was moving to a new state and didn't have time or space for her anymore. She is a Pit Bull Labrador mix, at least that's what the owner believed, and we haven't done a genetic test on her like we did on Storm, so that's all the information I have. She is not wearing a collar currently because she is an extremely anxious little girl. And she's still getting used to wearing the type of collar that we need her to wear for training. So she's pretty well behaved, like she's housebroken and stuff, but she still needs to learn some of the commands that we've taught Storm that we really like place and how to sit and lay and stay there until we let them out. And she's really afraid of her crate, so we're working on teaching her that the crate is a happy, fun place where we can hang out. Luna is 3 and a little bit, and we adopted her mostly because Storm is very social. A lot more social than the other dogs that we've had. So it seemed like he needed a companion, but we didn't really want to do the puppy thing again because we just did the puppy thing. So Luna was a really good solution. We had them meet. They loved each other. They still love each other. They share toys and food, often go in each other's crates, which kind of drives me crazy. And Storm makes her a lot braver, and she makes him a lot calmer and chiller. So, I mean, like super win all the way around. So she needs a lot of love and affection. We actually just started her on some steroids for major allergies. We've started her on an anti-anxiety medication. Hopefully we'll be able to take her off of those after we do some more training to build up her confidence. Because Storm was a really nervous puppy too. But once he learned his commands, it really helps them feel like, okay, I can do stuff and I can handle this. And it also builds the bond between you and the pet. So there's your fun animal fact. If you have a nervous or uncertain dog, often if you train them, it's going to help a ton. Of course, it's not a fix-all, and you should definitely talk to your vet and to a trainer in order to get suggestions on what will work for your specific dog. And it may be that they never get as confident as you would like to see them, but we're hoping to make her at least confident enough that she is happier and healthier all around. So, Luna, yay! All right, time for pet number 3 of 5. Our third pet is a cat, but he is a little bit unusual. So let me see if I can steal him off the couch without making him too mad. I'll be right back. All right, he's decided I'm not completely evil. This is Minion. Hi. Yes, okay. Minion is, as you can see, a hairless cat. I know a lot of people think that hairless cats are really ugly or weird. I know before I had one, I thought they would be sticky to touch. They're actually really super soft, and it's weird because they're not completely hairless. What they are is they have this micro hair that is just so tiny you can't see it. And it makes him feel kind of like a velvet encased water bottle, like hot water bottle, which is amazing. Look at his beautiful face. He says, nope, not going to cooperate. I did interrupt his lunch, so, he's a little cranky. He's on a diet right now. We just took him to the vet as well for his checkup, and he was a little overweight. So, Minion is a trooper. He is our oldest pet. We've had him for 8 years now. We originally adopted him, or we did purchase him from a breeder because it's really, okay, all right, here you go. Sorry, I don't want you to walk on my keyboard. It is really hard, basically impossible, to find hairless cats at rescues or shelters, at least in my experience. So we bought him from a breeder, but I have anxiety, as you guys know, and cats are just good for that, especially when they're in the cuddle mood, which he's clearly not right now. But in the evenings, he will climb up on my chest, snuggle up under a blanket. He does that for my kids too, especially the oldest. She loves it, and it's very soothing. But unfortunately, I am very triggered by, I shouldn't say triggered, it's not that strong. I'm extremely annoyed by pet hair. So getting a normal cat was not really an option. So we started with a hairless, and we love him. I would absolutely get another one if I could. I think we're maxed out on pet capacity right now, but we would absolutely do that. He is super friendly. I know he looks like a complete grump, but he's actually not. He really likes new people. He likes to climb on them. He is a complete sweetheart. So, the fun animal fact to go with this. A lot of people think that Sphinx cats or other hairless breeds like Sphinxes, he's a Sphinx, are like allergy free. You can get one if you have cat allergies. And this can be true for some people. It can certainly reduce your allergic reaction, but it really depends on what you're allergic to. Because typically people are actually allergic to the products that the cats leave on themselves when they groom themselves. And Minion still grooms himself. So, I mean, my hyperallergic sibling who can't be anywhere near a haired cat who can be in the house with him and can even hold him for a little while without like really getting bad. But my mother-in-law, who's super allergic, you know, she can't touch him. She can't sleep in bedding that he's been on or near without really breaking out. So if you are allergic to cats and you would like to get a cat and you think that a hairless cat might be a good idea for you, definitely try it. Contact a breeder, see if you can go play with their cat, see if you have a reaction. They are, especially the Sphinxes, are super playful, super smart, really fun. Moving on to our mouse at this point. And so if you are not a mouse person, please jump to the timestamp in the description below to either see our snake or join me for the conclusion of this video. All right, here's our fourth pet. Say hi. This is Max. He actually belongs to my youngest child. She has very kindly agreed to let us use him for this video so that you guys could meet him. He is your typical fancy mouse. He's very sweet-natured. He doesn't bite. His favorite place to be, aside from his extremely roomy cage, is wrapped up in a blanket with her while she watches YouTube videos, actually. He likes to do mazes and stuff. She gets him out and plays with him. So yeah, he's pretty happy. And your fun animal fact to go with Max is something that we learned the hard way. So please let me share this with you. If you are interested in having rodents of any type, you have probably heard at some point that you should keep them in pairs or groups of 3 even. This is true for rats. I don't know about gerbils or hamsters, but mice. Mice are different. When we went to the pet store, the employees there, with the best of intentions, told us that if we were going to get a mouse, we should definitely get 2 and preferably 3. And so we got 3 males. We didn't want to take any of the females because they weren't sure if any of the females were pregnant. So males it was. So Max and 2 others came home with us, but unfortunately, one of the other males was extremely aggressive, and Max survived, and the reason he survived is because he's smart and he just hid from the whole thing. And I felt terrible. We replaced the first mouse that died, and it died almost immediately, and I was like, what are we doing? I did a little more research, and I found out that the people at the pet store were completely wrong. Male mice do not need to be social, and in fact, they should not be. In the wild, male mice live on their own, so male mice are never around other mice. They do not live in groups with other male mice. They do not hang out with the female mice. They go and they mate and then they're done. And they're extremely territorial. So by bringing several male mice together, we were basically setting them up to murder each other, which I still feel bad about. We gave them a nice little burial. But now Max has a huge enclosure all to himself. If you ever get rodents of any kind, honestly, I strongly suggest going on the internet and searching for homemade enclosures because they are much cheaper and they're pretty easy to do and they're much roomier and probably better for the rodents in that way, as well as more secure. So yeah, do recommend. Do not recommend getting more than 1 male mouse at a time. If you get females, you will need a group, preferably 3. But if you are looking to just get a single solitary animal, a male mouse is a perfect solution for you. Huh, Max? Yeah. All right, let's put you back. Here is pet number 5 out of 5. She is Ula. Ula is a buttermorph corn snake. She is a beautiful little girl. She belongs to Middle, who, again, has kindly allowed me to use Ula for this video so you guys could meet her. She is the cutest, sweetest snake I have ever met. Of course, I haven't met a lot of snakes, prior to about 6 months before owning Ula, I was squicked out by snakes, like big time. I was like, they're not cute. They're really scary. Why do people keep snakes? People who keep snakes are complete weirdos. But we found this channel that I will link in the description below called Snake Discovery. They are wonderful to watch. And from watching their videos, I just like, I don't know, you learn that snakes are adorable. They just are the cutest little danger noodles. I'm trying to get her where you can really see her. But she is wanting to come back to me. Let's see. Come here, babe. Here, look. Oh, there we go. She will get to be roughly 3 to 5 feet. She is about a year old. She's currently living in a 10-gallon tank because that's what you put babies in. But she is going to move to an enclosure in a 50-gallon tank pretty quick here. She was also napping, so apparently it's just pet nap time. So she's a little bit like, why did you wake me up? Please note her head stamp is a little tiny heart, if you can see it. She loves you guys. She loves you with all of her head. As far as Ula's diet goes, because I know that's a question we get a lot when people find out that we have a snake, she eats frozen thawed. And what that means is that the mice that she eats are humanely put to sleep using gas and then frozen. And then we bring them home, and when she eats, we thaw them out first. She doesn't have a problem with that. Some snakes are more picky about it, but she's done that since she was born, so she doesn't have a problem with it. And we made sure to go to a store that did that kind of thing so we wouldn't have to deal with live mice. And there's a couple reasons for that, because, you know, again, with the fun animal facts, I'm full of fun animal facts today. It's actually not, like, it's not very humane for a couple of reasons. One is that it's not humane to the mice. I mean, you can argue, obviously, that killing a mouse in order to feed the snake is not humane in its own way. But the bigger concern is that if you are going to kill the mouse to feed the snake, doing it in the most humane way possible. And obviously, going to sleep in a container where they feel fairly safe and comfortable is way more pleasant for them and thus more humane than throwing them into a tank with a predator who's going to try and kill them while they're still alive and swallow them while they're still alive. So it's definitely a better way to go for the mouse. It's more humane for your snake as well. And the reason for that is because in the wild, obviously they have to eat live prey. Hunting live prey comes with a lot of risks for the snake. A mouse or a rat that does not want to get eaten, understandably, will fight back. And fighting back against the snake means that your snake could end up with scars that can get infected. They can lose an eye. They can get internal damage. Just not good. Not good for the snake, not good for the mouse. Everyone needs to have the most peaceful possible opportunity to sustain themselves. And so frozen thawed is how we go. If you want to get a snake and you're not into the rodent thing, you can always look at egg eaters who eat eggs, obviously, usually quail eggs. But yeah, I am not a snake expert. And if you want snake experts or you want to learn more about feeding snakes or bioactive enclosures or any of that stuff, definitely check out Snake Discovery. They are amazing. They're your go-to. They will tell you everything you ever wanted to know and more, definitely. I think she approves of the new hair color. Oh, Ula, it looks so nice on you. We have had a variety of pets over the years. We've also had rats and chickens and things like that. But I think we're at a pretty good place right now with our animals. I'll let you know if something weird happens and we get more, but this is it for now. Thanks again for 100 subscribers. I love you guys. Thank you so much. And I hope you enjoyed meeting my pets. They are a delight. And there's really not much else to say about that. If you have pets or want to see my pets again, definitely let me know. I love to hear about it. And I'm really looking forward to the Read to Me series, so please keep an eye out for it. If you're up to it, subscribe, hit the like button. It really helps the videos get out there, and I would love to see our little tiny family grow. That'd be fun, maybe a little bit. So join me for story time and do something nice for yourself today. Tea, take a walk outside, call your therapist, or let us know if you need something. I can't do a lot from here, but I love you and I send you all the virtual hugs I possibly can. And I'll see you guys next time. Bye.